article on the WLT report. I'll turn that into a video, but there's a link here as well that I sort of just opened and then thought I'd turn it into a video so you can all take a look and have a listen. Put up by Alex Jones. Breaking: Deep State may use tactical nuclear weapon to kill Trump. Elon Musk, Alex Jones, Tucker Carlson, and Joe Rogan to be hit next. Plays for 32 minutes, folks, so sit back and have a listen.
Now that they were unsuccessful in killing Trump, they have got to kill him. Poisoning, shooters. They've got some very sophisticated electromagnetic systems they could use, microwaves. This country is in a war with globalists, not a civil war. We are an occupied country. This is not a normal campaign. We're not in Kansas, folks. So listen to me. Trump's going to go. He's John Wayne for real. He's going to go to Milwaukee. He's there. They're going to do it all. And if you don't think the deep state isn't desperate enough to roll a truck with plastic explosives into that building, got nothing coming. Now, whatever happens when that bomb goes off, even if it doesn't get Trump, they'll get him when the bomb goes off. And he's got people all around him that work for the globalists who are compromised, have been paid off, and who think they're on the winning team. And he will salute the New World Order. Trump is surrounded. He needs to watch from behind, just like Star Wars. Stabilize your rear reflectors. Watch for enemy fighters. Because when the big guns stop, you know what's coming in behind you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this again. America is fighting for its very life right now, and 100%, we are not for offensive violence. We do not support attacking Biden. And what have I said hundreds of times? When they kill Trump, they will then kill Biden. And this is interchangeable. They may use a low-yield 1 megaton nuke, 2 megaton nuke on the White House to get Biden. That's one of their moves. I guaranteed there's files, plans, weapons loaded, ready, go teams, ready to kill. They are guaranteed atomic weapons following Trump around. And they get the order from the Council on Foreign Relations and British intelligence, and they're going to kill him. They're going to kill Trump, and they're going to kill Biden. And then this country will be in full martial law forever. You think after they kill Trump, they're going to leave Tucker Carlson walking around? They'll kill him within 24 hours. Oh, I know they're coming. Listen, I was in the air when this happened. The minute we land, it just happened as we were landing, I just immediately was like, I'm in another area. I don't have my firearms, any of that. And I was like, they're coming. Okay? I mean, they're coming. Okay? So that's how life and death this is. You need to understand, they're going to kill Elon Musk within 24 hours. And I guarantee you they got people inserted into his entourage, into his group, that are waiting to get the order.
While other networks lie to you about what's happening now, InfoWars tells you the truth about what's happening next. Visit Infowars.com/show and share the link today.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
So we walked up, and probably 5 to 7 minutes of Trump speaking. I'm estimating here. I have no idea, but we noticed the guy crawling, bear crawling up the roof of the building beside us, 50 feet away from us. So we're standing there, we're pointing at the guy crawling up the roof.
And he had a gun, right?
He had a rifle. We could clearly see him with a rifle. Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, huh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage? I'm standing there pointing at him for, 2 or 3 minutes. Secret Service is looking at us from the top of the barn. I'm pointing at that roof, just standing there like this. And next thing you know, 5 shots ring out.
So you're certain that the shots came from that guy on the roof?
100%. 100%.
And he was up there for a couple of minutes.
He was up there.
You saw him up there for a couple of minutes.
Absolutely. At least 3 to 4 minutes.
And you were telling the police and the Secret Service?
We were telling the police. We were pointing at him for the Secret Service, who were looking at us from the top of the barn. They were looking at us the whole time when we were standing by that tree.
Could they see
binoculars?
Could they see him?
Probably not, because the roof, the way the slope went, he was behind where they could see. But why is there not Secret Service on all of these roofs here? This is not a big place.
As Trump started, I noticed 2 officers that were looking for something or somebody. I was looking around myself and seen a guy on top of one of the buildings go in between one building to the next, and went and told the officer that he was up there. And when I went back to my spot, I heard that people could still see the person from where they were standing. So I checked that out. And I went back to tell the officer that if he came over there, he could see them. And when I turned my back is when the shots started. And then it took me a second or 2 to figure out exactly what it was. And then it was just getting out of there and helping some other person out with her child. And we got out, and that was the end of that. And I went and left, and that was all.
So the viewers have some perspective. Behind us, okay, is the American Glass Research Company, okay? Can you kind of describe the building behind us, the tan building right there? Can you take a look at it? And then where was the shooter exactly?
There's more buildings behind the tan building that we can see.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Alex Jones, coming to you from Northern California, where we just successfully exposed the globalist conclave at Bohemian Grove. 20 people went inside. This organization and private citizen journalists contacted us about a week and a half ago, and it's just incredible information. And it's important to note that the people inside all hated Trump, the Republicans. It's a Republican event, and they weren't even upset that Trump almost got killed. So that tells you the Republican establishment is and how surrounded President Trump is. Okay. It is Monday, July 15th.
And that's a little bit old, that chart. That chart's a couple of months old. And if you want to really see something that said, take a look at what happened.
It is Monday, July 15th, 2024. I am your host, Alex Jones, and I'm going to be very calm and very collected and very focused. I have talked to many of the top people in the Trump operation, in the last 48 hours, and they all agree with me in my analysis, but don't want to come out and say all of this because they say it's too alarmist and the public can't handle it. I disagree with that because I know my life's in danger. If they get Trump, they're going after his family, they're going after me, they're going after Tucker Carlson. They're going after Elon Musk, big time. This is a globalist coup that's been in control of the U.S. empire for decades that killed Kennedy. I want to roll footage over and over again of the Zapruder film with his head getting blown off. If that bullet would have been a half inch more to the right, you would have seen Trump's head explode. Now, can you imagine what that image on international television would have done? And then immediately after killing him, they would then set off truck bombs at black colleges or large black churches. They would have bombed them yesterday, on Sunday, and said the Trump supporters did it. Now, I've been telling you this hundreds of times the last few years, all right? And when they had the Justice Department order, and this has now come out, they admitted this. We were ordered to by the government, and they had the Justice Department actually in an email because they have the Justice Department over bankruptcies, and they can come and intercede in them. And they said Mr. Jones will not be afforded the bankruptcy court. Well, Judge Lopez has not followed that. He is a good judge, but this is what went on behind the scenes. And the reason I bring myself into this is understanding this. 5 weeks ago, when I stayed up at the office for 3 nights and slept up there days later because they tried to shut it down again, I got physically sick over it. And everybody was like, why are you so upset? You know, you'll come back, you'll have your show. And I said, this is not about my show. The Justice Department doesn't desperately, without a court order armed men to throw me out of the building, and they refused. Said, where's the paperwork? Unless they're making a move. Orders have come down, ladies and gentlemen, because they don't want me on the air when this goes down because I've already exposed the plan. They want everybody to argue about ballistics and the shooter's background. This is MK Ultra 100%. They default didn't put people on those roofs when that is the default thing you do. And I see all these Secret Service agents out there on TV saying gross negligence and the Secret Service are idiots. And, look at the fat women diversity hires. That has...
Didn't you hear me say that the shooter's an MK Ultra graduate? Huh? That's exactly what he was. He's an MK Ultra graduate. Let's go back.
To do with this. So everybody needs to get it through their head that the deep state tried to kill Trump, and they knew who this guy was, and they said he was a major threat, and they knew he was in the town, and then they sit there for minutes while everybody sees this guy on the roof with a gun. The default is you see a guy with a gun, a civilian, on a rooftop, you shoot him. They had to be told not to. That's why they're on the radios asking permission. Okay? I mean, you could shoot that guy at 450 feet with open sights all day long. Okay? Really good shots could shoot him with a shotgun slug at that distance. Okay? So, moving aside from that, what have I told you hundreds of times? There's different scenarios they can pull, but we know the type of scenarios they run. So we don't know exactly which scenario they'd follow, but we know all the scenarios, every possible one. Now that they were unsuccessful in killing Trump, they have got to kill him. Poisoning? Shooters? They've got some very sophisticated electromagnetic systems they could use, microwaves. This country is in a war with globalists, not a civil war. We are an occupied country. This is not a normal campaign. We're not in Kansas, folks. So listen to me. Trump's going to go. He's John Wayne for real. He's going to go to Milwaukee. He's there. They're going to do it all. And if you don't think the deep state isn't desperate enough to roll a truck with plastic explosives into that building Get anything coming. Now, whatever happens when that bomb goes off, even if it doesn't get Trump, they'll get him when the bomb goes off. And he's got people all around him that work for the globalists who are compromised, have been paid off, and who think they're on the winning team. And who will salute the New World Order. Trump is surrounded. He needs to watch from behind, just like Star Wars. Stabilize your rear reflectors. Watch for enemy fighters. Because when the big guns stop, you know what's coming in behind you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you this again. America is fighting for its very life right now, and 100%, we are not for offensive violence. We do not support attacking Biden. And what have I said hundreds of times? When they kill Trump, they will then kill Biden. And this is interchangeable. They may use a low-yield 1 megaton nuke, 2 megaton nuke on the White House to get Biden. That's one of their moves. I guarantee there's files, plans, weapons loaded, ready, go teams, ready to kill. They are guaranteed atomic weapons following Trump around. And they get the order from the Council on Foreign Relations and British intelligence, and they're going to kill him. They're going to kill Trump, and they're going to kill Biden. And then this country will be in full martial law forever. I've calculated all avenues down that road. Even if they use robot drones with nerve gas they've got stationed all over the country, the robots won't be able to knock everybody out, and then it'll be total war. We're going to beat them, but you have to understand, folks, they're going to nerve gas the capitals. They're going to nerve gas the Republican leadership. The drones are loaded with the nerve gas. And that's why they don't like me, folks, because I know all this stuff. This stuff has been declassified. This stuff is leaked. They've got robot helicopters with 1,000 gallons of opioid gas that knocks you out, kills about 10% of the people in the studies they've done because of the fires and car crashes and people falling, hitting their heads, all the rest of it. So they've got that option. They've got nerve gas loaded on these helicopters as well. And they've got that option to nerve gas the capitals. They'll hit the governors with nerve gas. And so I just want everybody to know where you're at. They've got nerve gas loaded. They've got tactical nuclear weapons following Trump around and following Biden around. Because it's a kill switch on the country. They've got their coup in place, and they've got their sectarian war and their open borders, and they're destroying this country. And they're starting World War III with Russia, nuclear war. Trump doesn't like nuclear war. Trump likes golf courses and grandkids and hotels and steaks and 3 lobster tails. They see him as a lightweight because they'll do anything for power and control as long as they think they can get away with it. I'm telling the New World Order something. You'll never get away with this because the information's out. Now, I need to discipline myself, and I need to walk through scenarios here. Everybody needs to record this and have it on original devices because they're going to take the web down if they go full hot coup. And you might be watching this in 5 years, literally in an underground resistance base. And people need to understand what really happened in this history. All right? Now, Roger Stone's coming up 15 minutes. And we got a bunch of other big guests. We have the former head of Trump's advance team that ran over 300 of his rallies joining us. I think it's in the 3rd hour. And a bunch of other big guests as well. But I am beyond mentally exhausted. I'm not exhausted. There's such a spiritual awareness and concern of the grave danger we're in that I can't believe I'm the person bringing this information. All right. No one else is going to do it, even though the generals and all of them agree with me, because they believe it's too alarmist to tell people stuff like this. No, we've got to be honest about where we are. All right. We've got to be honest. Of course, the Secret Service was told to stand down. Of course, they let the guy get the shots off. We don't need to get caught around the wheels like a cartoon character, like Wile E. Coyote when he gets run over, and just stay in that BS land. This follows the trajectory of the demonizations, the lies, the character assassination, the lawfare, the criminal indictments, the fake conviction, all the impeachments, all the Russia crap on their trajectory to kill Trump. And then if they fail, they've got to get the job done. And they control the Justice Department, and they control the Pentagon at the top, and they've got their foreign intelligence groups here that will do this in a second. I mean, these people produce snuff films. People that run our government run the snuff film industry. Okay, they keep babies alive and sell their organs, and governors get on TV and tell you how they do it. They're normalizing all of this, okay? They just killed 35 million people with their poison shots. So they're not playing games, okay? And I'm not playing games either. I am not doing this out of courage. I am doing this out of self-preservation. The only move I've got is being honest about this with everybody. You think after they kill Trump, they're going to leave Tucker Carlson walking around? They'll kill him within 24 hours. Oh, I know they're coming. Listen, I was in the air when this happened. The minute we land, it just happens we were landing, I just immediately was like, I'm in another area. I don't have my firearms, any of that. And I was like, they're coming. Okay? I mean, they're coming. Okay? So that's how life and death this is. You need to understand they're going to kill Elon Musk within 24 hours. And I guarantee you they got people inserted into his entourage, into his group, that are waiting to get the order. And I would tell all those people, you're betting on the wrong team, and you should just come clean with everything right now, and you will be protected. We have a very good chance of winning this and stopping the enemy. Because I can give you all the scenarios and permutations of scenarios. I'm sure you can get your own, but believe me, these are the scenarios. I can also talk about how to stop them. Okay? And again, the first thing is understanding how real this is and letting it sink in. Okay? That's the first thing we've got to do is realize the grave danger we're in. Trump's 100% real. He's got his faults. The man's 100% real. I'm 100% real. Tucker Carlson's 100% real. Elon Musk has chosen to join us because he's smart, even if he's evil, which I'm not saying he is. The New World Order's, Elon Musk got like 180 IQ, folks. He's idiot smart. And he can see they're going to lose. He told them that at the World Government Summit last year. The globalist. You're going to lose, whether it takes a year or 10 years. You will never get away with this. Your operations are exposed. The education curve and awakening curve is parabolic. And we're going to win because God's on our side. And there's not just evil people in the world, there's a lot of good people. But we need good people to not be naive about this. So they will try to poison Trump. They will try to shoot Trump. They will activate even bigger lies and frauds about him. The big move is to hit him with a large truck bomb. Again, it's in the cards to use a small nuclear weapon and blame the Iranians. They'll be the fall guys. And then instantly, we're in full war with Russia. Instantly, the air raid sirens are going off. Instantly, life as you know it is over. And they're going to use the war to try to get Americans to, oh my God, we got hit by a nuke, Iran, with Russia, and then everybody's off the air except the corporate news. And then you're going to see all hell break loose because there are people inside all those corporate news organizations and inside the government that are our people. And we're not communicating like you guys are, with your plans and your operations and your departmentalization. We all are just here like Fight Club. And I'm going to explain this to you, like in the Watchmen movie. You think I'm locked in here with you. You're locked in here with us. You're locked in here with me. Okay? And once you cross that line, our people are everywhere. And I wouldn't want to be with any of these Silicon Valley people when this goes down because your security hates you guys. I wouldn't want to be any of these globalist senators or people when this goes down because you know what's going to happen because people know you did it. And they know that there's no choice. So you start this full hot red war, and you know what you're getting. You know what you're getting. And I'm shooting you straight, New World Order. Shooting you deadly straight. So, we are 112 days out from the election. Then there's the 79 days when he's president-elect. This is an eternity, 180 something days. We'll put it on screen. And I'm sorry this is the way things are, but if you look at history, this stuff like this happens all the time. This is the norm, except there weren't robots with nerve gas. And there weren't everybody carrying phones around with them to track everywhere we go and what we do. And this entire civilizational attack we're witnessing, and people weren't as soft as they are now. And so we've lost the republic. And really, if Trump fails, this will be known as the death throes of America. This is the death throes of our country, or it could be our rebirth. Because unlike a physical body, as it gets older, it doesn't come back at a certain point. Countries, systems, ideas are bulletproof and can spring eternal from the tree of liberty. And you know what waters the tree of liberty? I don't say it with pleasure and enjoyment, but the blood of patriots and tyrants. That's what waters the tree of liberty. And I am honored to be in the position that if I get struck down to water the tree of liberty, I will touch all your lips again. You know the saying, when I die, bury me under the old apple tree so that I may touch your lips again. So that's where we are, folks. And I love you and I care about you. And we're all in this together, and it's not going to get any better being cowards. It's not going to get any better lying to ourselves. It's not going to get any better. We become a satanic nation. None of us are perfect, but my God, we at least love God and want to be good. These people are beyond evil. They're cancer, and they're going to have to be cut out. Now, you're going to see people start getting real. Like the judge in Florida just struck down Jack Smith. And I told you that's what the Supreme Court did. They gave it back to her to strike it down. They said clearly a month ago, they said this is he wasn't appointed correctly, just like their Jan 6 committee on its face was illegal. Then they destroyed all the evidence. They destroyed my testimony because it didn't fit in with their BS. And so these are just a bunch of dirty, evil, pedophile lawyers who inherited the apparatus of the American Republic and all the brains and weapons and the rest of it. And now they've squandered it. And now the whole world's turning against them. And the world's watching America fight for its soul. So Roger Stone's coming up in about 8 minutes. We're getting on the line. But I just ask everyone to pray for America, pray for Trump, pray for InfoWars, pray for Tucker Carlson, pray for Elon Musk. Because I don't say these things to be dramatic. I know how the globalists operate, 100% default. They've got different scenario manuals on killing Trump, Tucker Carlson, myself. Elon Musk is right up there at the top after Trump. And I've said this not to be dramatic. I've told Joe Rogan this in person, and I've said it on air. They know Joe's good. And they know Joe is as wake as I am. That's why I got mad at him 6-7 years ago, because I know he's smarter than I am. He knows all of this. We talk all the time. He knows it all. Okay? I mean, he's like more Alex Jones than Alex Jones at dinner. Okay? They know that Irish Italian guy's not going to back down just for money when all this goes down. He's going to get more and more hardcore, and that's why they're going to whack Joe. So that's where we are, and I want everybody to know this is the ballgame, because a lot of you are going to have a chance to dodge this. If you know the minute they kill Trump, they're coming. All right, just like a train coming down to the station. Okay, and that train's a coming right now, and in the current situation, and God's more powerful than the New World Order, trillion times infinity. But right now, unless God intervenes, they will kill President Trump, and then they will come to kill us, and they will come to kill you with poison shots and 5G. So you have no choice. They're killing kids all around us, anyways. The poison shots, they're chemtrailing the atmosphere. There's 5G everywhere. We're dead already if we don't turn this thing around. And I'll use the analogy because people seem to get analogies from movies, but there's a lot more analogies in history and parallels. Star Trek Wrath of Khan. I'm not really a Star Trek fan, but I like the second Star Trek. It's good, great actors. And the Enterprise is trying to get away, and the weapon's about to detonate, the Genesis weapon, and they won't outrun it because they're on emergency power. And Spock knows they're all going to die anyway, so he goes in and fixes the reactor, and he dies, but they live. We're all dead unless men make the decision to, at your church and at your work and everywhere else, just get up and say what all this is and expose it. And we need rallies in all of the states in support of Trump. And we need to pray, and we need to call the White House and call the Democrat congressmen and others and say, look, we know you're deep state. We know you're going along with all this. Lindsey Graham needs to have, the fear of God put into him by his constituents, non-violently, don't threaten him, but the fear of God that we know. That's why they don't like this show, people. It's not about me. I'm safer when everyone figures this out and adopts the reality. I don't want to be the guy that's always right and everybody listens to because they don't have the will to face it. Once you study this and know this, it's all right there. This is standard evil New World Order garbage we're up against. And they're weak. And the dominoes are falling. And I've looked at their faces since they missed. And they look scared for the first time. Obama's scared. Hillary's scared. Biden's scared. Silicon Valley's scared. Their bosses are scared. Well, those that aren't pure evil can always turn back, like Elon Musk is doing. You can come over to our side. You can abandon the New World Order ship because you are on a collision course with us and you're driving around in your van going 100 miles an hour. We're in an 18-wheeler doing 150. And you know what's going to happen when we hit each other? We're all going to be dead. So there's the info.
All right, so the question that I have to ask Alex Jones, and he said it himself, 5G is going to kill a lot of people. And if I'm not mistaken, Donald Trump was the advocate and promoter for 5G. So the problem I have is who knows what's real. I'll attach the link, and now I'm going to turn that other article on WLT report into another video, and it's fairly long. I don't know how long it is, but there's a lot of material there that I'm going to go through. And what you need to do is decipher this and try to figure out what you need to do next. Can't do this alone, folks. Pass it along, and thanks for listening.